for the entire year of 2024. I found just one of the most difficult Hot Wheels to get your hands on out in the wild. And in this video, I will prove to you that luck is in fact a product of hard work, because the cold hard truth is that the more times you go out hunting for Hot Wheels, the more chances you have of finding exactly what you're looking for. So let's hit the road and visit 17 different store locations to discover which awesome products are in stock and waiting for us. And I will also tell you the absolutely incredible story of how I became the proud owner of my 4th Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt. After checking stock levels online this morning, I'm super happy that I chose to visit this Smyths Toys superstore, as I finally found the RWB Porsche physically hung up and in stock. It's actually going to be so sad when this premium set eventually stops showing up in store, as for real, all 5 cars are 1000% legendary. I also hope the Hot Wheels won't make us wait another 6 years before releasing Silhouettes Mix 3, as I know that all of you guys would agree that we need more premium cars that are this epic that could never be classed as peg warmers. If you were only going to find one of these Brian O'Connor Silver Series cars out in the wild, then you'd be very pleased that you found his Skyline. Always a win to find the pedal driver treasure hunt, and all of my subscribers know that I'm fully on a mission today to find the Rig Storm treasure hunt in this video. I will also never get tired of finding this god tier all black Porsche 911 GT3, as this one was nowhere to be seen when it was first released. Remember to completely ignore the fear of missing out, as all of the best Hot Wheels that you can see here will eventually find you if you check stores as often as you can and keep on the good hunt. For all of my BMW fanboys, make sure that you're not sleeping on this 143 scale more affordable but a lot less premium Hot Wheels pullback speeder with moving parts, and that's because, oh man, there's no way that I'm going to pass on this epic BMW, as for real, surely this has to be the best looking pullback speeder to exist in the Hot Wheels universe right now. Here's a super quick look at a few awesome 10 packs that are in stock today, and then we can get up close and personal with a premium collector's display set that I'm sure won't be warming the shelves as hard as the Moon Eyes boat set. And wow, the orange premium Porsche is super good looking. I'm definitely going to add this one in my collection when it predictably goes on sale in the not so distant future. I've been given a hard time in the past for not showcasing and highlighting the Fast and Furious Skyline monster truck when I find it, but for real, I've seen at least 20 of these things in different stores and no one is scalping them. And lastly, after sorting through every single Hot Wheels available, Smyths Toys are going to be draining my bank balance even further, as there is no way that I can leave behind this 143 scale premium Mercedes, which is actually on sale for just 10 Great British pounds right now. Very nice. You guys need to let me know why this is happening in the comments, because just when you think you recognise all of the Hot Wheels laid out here on top of the table, hidden in plain sight, I can't believe that these 2 extremely good looking Audi RS5s are just chilling here amongst all of the other cars, clearly from 2025. And if I turn this one around and check on the back of the card, you can see that this Hot Wheels was, in fact, first released in the year 2020. Here's the very best of everything else that was in stock today, including this flaming hot Knight Industries 2000 Pontiac Firebird. I'm definitely a huge fan of the 5th version for this yellow Chevy Chevette. And what? Oh man, looks like I just found a very interesting era Hot Wheels for this Porsche 904, as there is a lot of actual metal missing from part of the roof and the A-pillar, as you can see here. Let me know in the comments if you would buy this one, or if you think that messed up cars like this are just trash. Here's a lightning fast showcase for all of the greatest and most sought after pieces that I know have been at the top of every collector's most wanted list. And before we leave, nice to see all of these epic premium Hot Wheels in stock and hung up here today. I hope that you guys have all managed to find these awesome cars for your collection. I have all of these awesome Hot Wheels in my collection already, so of course I will be putting everything back that I hold up to the camera here today for the next collector. It's also a lot of fun to check through all of the 5 packs so that you can always never find the Formula 1 multi-pack, but it's always a win and super lucky if you can find this one in store and out in the wild. And lastly, the most desirable release from this mix of Team Transport is the Toyota 4Runner with the very good looking white 1989 Supra. So, drum roll please, smash likes for good luck, and just like that, boom, jackpot. And now it's time to move on to store number 3. Right off the bat, it's always a very good sign when you can find the 5th Hot Wheels treasure hunt for 2025, hung up and waiting for you at the very top of a randomly placed clip strip. And although I seriously can't get my head around why short cars from ASDA cost a slightly disrespectful £1.90 each for one mainline basic Hot Wheels, and then you find one of these very good looking and awesome long card versions for any of the more harder to find pieces right here. And I know that all of my fellow UK collectors will be making up all kinds of crazy excuses in their head for giving in and then purchasing one of these clip strip Hot Wheels that for real cost a mind-blowing £2.40 each for the long card version. Before we bounce, let's quickly blast through all of the short cards and then cut to the good part, which is where I show you guys all of these epic and much harder to find good looking Hot Wheels right here. And then it's time to shift our luck into 6th gear, and I'll show you some absolutely incredible finds from another double lucky Smyths Toys. It's always double exciting when you hit one of your favourite hunting spots and get to walk up to multiple different sets hung up and in stock. So let's get busy, and I'll show you guys which Hot Wheels products are currently hitting the pegs here in the UK. And I know that the smartest collectors will be patiently waiting to pick up a full set of all 5 premium vehicles from this Hot Wheels off-road series for around £30 to £35 or maybe even less online in the future. As for sure, I'm not paying £9 each for any of these, and I'm happy to wait and look forward to opening all 5 once the initial hype train has left the station. And although we didn't find the blue Land Cruiser, I can reveal that in store visit number 7 coming up later on in this video, I will be holding up to the camera the best looking and most desirable premium from this set. After checking stock levels online but unable to find what I was looking for, I've actually just spotted a fresh box of Team Transport hiding here on the top shelf. And oh man, jackpot! Looks like we're the first collector to get our hands on a fresh box of all 4 products. So let's take a closer look at each one, and you guys can let me know in the comments which Team Transports you're excited about to find out in the wild. First up is the DeLorean, which is the first time that we've seen this casting as part of the Team Transport series. Loving the white wheels on this one. Then we have the super cool Aldi, which is my personal favourite from this mix, as the branding on the Fleet Flyer and the car's livery are perfect. And lastly, there are 2 of these good looking Japanese Team Transports per sealed box. It's definitely super cool that the hauler has space for a second car to be placed on top, and I know for sure that this product is going to be super popular with collectors. Next up, here are the very best and most desirable mainline basic cars that were in stock today and worth holding up to the camera. As for sure, all of these epic Hot Wheels will feature on every collector's most wanted list, including this cleverly designed custom drift version for a super low old school UK police livery Land Rover Defender. Let me know in the comments if the Silver Series Surfs Up vehicles are a pass or a grab for you. I rate these awesome semi-premium Hot Wheels and will be picking up a full set here today for the grand total of 20 Great British pounds for all 5. And for the record, car number 4 and 5 both have a solid metal base. Nice. Looks like we were the first collector to show up at exactly the right time and find all of these epic Hot Wheels just chilling here, hung up all together. And I know that all of my eagle eye veteran collectors will have already clocked which case all of these awesome cars are from. So let's keep pulling out the winners, as we shouldn't have to wait very long until we get our hands on one of these ultra desirable Godzilla Skylines. Oh wait, make that 2 Godzilla Skylines. Very nice. And all of my subscribers understand that finding this purple Slera GT brings back fond memories from finding the Super Treasure Hunt version in my previous upload. I will also never get bored with finding the red or blue version for the BMW M3 wagon. Oh man, this case really is packing some absolutely fire Hot Wheels, as there are so many god tier cars hidden here today. And for the record, you guys can rate this tasty little setup that I will be leaving behind for the next collector. Enjoy, you're welcome. Back inside of another super lucky entertainer toy shop, and not everyone would have realised that the Silver Series Peanut cars actually have a completely different graphic printed onto both sides, which means that all of you carded collectors need to seriously consider setting these Hot Wheels free from their packaging so that you can enjoy the secret hidden graphic on the left side for each vehicle. No Fiat 500D here today, which is car number 5 out of 5 from this set. But stick around and I'll show you one and its metal base in store visit number 16. All of these Boulevard Premiums and the Hammer Drop cars are on sale right now for £7.20 each. instead of a more disrespectful £9 that us Brits have to pay for one premium Hot Wheels sold here in the UK. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get properly stuck into hundreds of Hot Wheels, and after spotting some desirable pieces placed here on this Hot Wheels table, there are actually so many other cars to sort through from all of the boxes placed underneath. So here's a quick fire round for all of the very best pieces that every self-respecting collector should either have in their collection already, or perhaps some of these cars are still at the top of your most wanted list to find out in the wild. I'm not going to stop digging until I find my first short card version for the Rigstorm treasure hunt, and just like that, boom! Very nice. It's a shame that the card is a bit messed up, but I'll still be grabbing this one to open, and after finding a few more of the very best cars that were hidden here today, I did actually end up finding another Rigstorm treasure hunt with another creased J-hook. It's time to dive straight into some more mainline basic Hot Wheels, as this BMW fanboy is 100% going to pick up and set free this very good looking 2002 from its packaging, and low-key, after finding this one, I'm now hoping that Optimus Prime is hiding somewhere amongst all of the cars hung up and in stock right now. However, I'm now distracted by the off-road premiums because I promised you guys a nice little showcase for this light blue Land Cruiser with its super cool two-tone blue body and white painted roof. Very nice to see that the Brian O'Connor Fast and Furious cars are now actually hung up and available in store so that more collectors can avoid having to pay the ridiculous eBay prices that I've been seeing online to build their own set of 5 cars from this must-own Silver Series release. I'm definitely going to wait and pay a more acceptable price to own all 3 products from this mix of Team Transport. No Aldi to be seen inside of this toy shop today, as for sure, UK collectors will be hunting hard for that one. Going back to the main lines, and I'm definitely a big fan of this Neato tyre livery Jeep Gladiator with its bright orange plastic base, and as luck would have it, you better believe that only the collectors who are willing to make the effort to check through all of the Hot Wheels will be lucky enough to get their hands on one of these Mattel-Hasbro collaboration Optimus Prime mainlines, and oh man, this thing is huge and only just about fits onto a short card. For real, it's been a lot of fun finding and collecting all of these Transformers Hot Wheels, and I know that for some collectors finding most of them has been nearly impossible due to scalpers, but don't give up and keep on the good hunt, and eventually you will find and only have to pay the standard retail price to add one of these into your collection. No way! Now what is this 2023 red version for the Porsche 911 GT3 doing here? I swear that other collectors are planting these for fun, and what? No way. Okay, sure. And then just casually the all-black 2022 version is just randomly chilling behind the red one. I'm definitely buying both of these, and also, thank you. Keep up the good work to whoever is hanging up old school Hot Wheels for other collectors to find out in the wild. Okay, so after going through all the main lines, here are the 9 must-own Hot Wheels that will be coming home with me for just £1.69 each, and then we can hit the road and move on to store visit number 8, where you guys have to guess correctly which Hot Wheels Transformer release I'm going to hold up to the camera from this very healthy pile of main lines found inside of this Aldi supermarket. As for real, only the most schooled and knowledgeable Hot Wheels collectors would have already guessed correctly that this golden nugget version for the VW Transformers Bumblebee car can be found within this group of awesome Hot Wheels. Back inside of another super lucky entertainer toy shop, and it's time to speedrun our way through hundreds of Hot Wheels once again, as I know that all of these very good looking and ultra desirable pieces will be the most sought after Hot Wheels that all of you guys will be furiously hunting for. Plus, here's a closer and more detailed look at this seriously cool 1975 Chevy Blazer Custom, which is not quite as big as Optimus Prime, but definitely just as awesome. And after around 10 to 15 minutes of my time for your viewing pleasure, here are the very best Hot Wheels that were in stock today, and then we can move on to a toy shop that I don't get to showcase very often here on the channel. Even though Toy Barnhaus are asking £2 each for their Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars, this super good looking seafoam green 2015 Mazda MX-5 has caught my eye, as well as last year's Valentine's Hot Wheels. Definitely loving the gold wheels on this 1978 Dodge truck. Another Hot Wheels BMW that has a Golden Nugget Super Treasure Hunt version is this epic 1950s 507 convertible. And much better looking than the green version is this purple Nissan Skyline KDR30. car culture Hot Wheels fans know that this awesome mainline basic Porsche also has a premium version that was much harder to find hung up in store. I'm still low-key tempted to buy the Super Treasure Hunt version for this Volvo drift wagon. Moving on, it's nice to see that this toy shop still has some of the best premium pieces still in stock, like this 1960s VW Samba bus. And let me take you guys on a short tour to the back of the shelf as well, to find out if anything else interesting is hiding here. And although yes, $17.99 is an extremely expensive price tag to accept for two of these, let's find out if they actually have all three premium 2-packs here today from this mix. Very nice to see another good looking version for the Audi S4, and as luck would have it, jackpot! We all know that the $17.99 price tag didn't stop UK collectors and UK scalpers picking up this god tier premium 2-pack. I already own all three premium 2-packs in my collection already, so as always I'm happy to leave behind all of the best Hot Wheels that I showcased here today, so let's bounce and then I'll show you what's cooking inside of Smyths Toys number 4. You know that it's time to get excited and start sorting through all of the Hot Wheels when you get to walk up to this absolutely fire bright blue silhouettes Nissan, and for real, the white wheels fit this casting perfectly. Carded collectors should buy 2 of this matte black Mazda and open one so that you can enjoy removing the engine cover on this premium Hammer Drops Hot Wheels. Looks like the employee resellers are still making sure that the majority of the silhouette Nissan Skylines and RWB Porsches never leave the stockroom. So let's move over to the main lines and I'll kick things off by highlighting more crazy but also low-key kind of fire Hot Wheels that are actually compatible with all of your favourite LEGO figures. And although we do see Snoopy featured a lot as part of the mainline basic series, to be fair, Hot Wheels keep things fresh by always updating his wheels. And oh man, this custom Cadillac looks amazing. Hot Wheels first released this casting back in 2009, and you can see here that it also has a fun little downhill racer placed here at the back. Before we leave, looks like I got super lucky once again and can now own one to open and one carded version for the Audi S4 Team Transport. And yes, the Toyota Sora is here and present hiding at the back of the shelf, as well as 2 more for the awesome DeLorean. Okay, start the timer as I'm keen to break a record here on the channel inside of Entertainer Toy Shop number 4 and show you guys only the very best 6 Hot Wheels worth holding up to the camera. So let's cut to the good part, which is where I edit out all of the digging and all of the sorting and then showcase these 3 awesome must-own pieces right here. And I also found these 3 epic must-pick-up Hot Wheels right here. Stop the clock. Any excuse to check for Hot Wheels, right? As my daughter needed a drink pit stop whilst out shopping with the family. So here's a lightning fast showcase for all of the best looking Hot Wheels that I found whilst waiting in line to pay at the self-checkout, as I know that all of you guys would agree that these very good looking cars didn't stay hung up for very long when they were first released. And for the record, we are also actually now only 2 more stores away from actually finding a super treasure hunt. So get excited as we now speedrun our way through the Hot Wheels sections inside of this B&M, as it's super cool and great to see that premium car culture Hot Wheels are now showing up more frequently in store. I can't believe that so many of these Brian O'Connor Fast and Furious Silver Series cars are still in stock and hung up randomly chilling here, definitely sometime in the late afternoon. I read quite a few comments from UK collectors telling me that they scored themselves a Hot Wheels premium chase inside of B&M, so hopefully my turn will finally come to find a 0 out of 5 Hot Wheels out in the wild in the not so distant future. And lastly, although there are always so many retro old school mainline basic cars warming the pegs inside of this discount store, it's always fun to find the original Metal Flake Black version for the tuned Porsche 911 Turbo. After chatting with multiple Smyths Toys employees on several occasions in the past, it's next to impossible to find a store that doesn't have at least one staff member that classes themselves as a Hot Wheels collector, or they admit to buying Hot Wheels on behalf of a family member. So if you have ever found a super treasure hunt inside of this toy shop, then you should seriously consider never moving from where you live right now. Here's a super quick look at all of the semi-premium silver label and premium products that are hung up here today, including so many of the blue silhouettes Nissan, which I think is maybe low-key even better looking than the Liberty Walk McLaren. Oh wow, that is actually so crazy. Looks like everyone working at Smyths Toys scored themselves the McLaren Chase, as multiple cases must have been cracked open super recently, as this is definitely the most silhouettes that I've ever seen hung up in store. Nice to see the off-road Land Cruiser for the second time out in the wild, and definitely don't forget about what I said earlier about buying a full set online, especially if you're a UK collector. The very good looking Toyota Sora and its double-storey hauler is the only team transport in stock right now for all of the 3 products released from this particular mix. And lastly, here's a super quick look at this Masters of the Universe He-Man vs Skeletor livery neon green 1960s Dodge A100 slammed premium all-metal van, which I know that all of you guys would agree is one of the better looking pop culture releases that Hot Wheels have put out recently. It's time to get super excited as we walk up to the Hot Wheels table inside of Entertainer Toy Shop number 5 for today's video. I hope that everyone watching right now has added this epic Chevy Chevette into your collection already, as this one is a must pick up for sure. And for real, 2 of the best looking Hot Wheels that I know every collector has been hunting hard for is this epic Ford Escort and the all-black Porsche 911 GT3, which I can't believe were just hanging out together and sitting on top of so many Hot Wheels that we need to start digging through immediately. There are actually so many boxes and hundreds of Hot Wheels to sort through, so let's roll up our sleeves and get double busy, and I'll show you guys only the very best cars that were hiding here today. Okay, so after getting stuck into one full box and finding a few of the much harder to find and most desirable pieces that I know all of you guys would agree are all must-own Hot Wheels, it's actually much more important that we now focus our full attention on these 2 freshly opened boxes that have clearly just been wheeled out from the stock room. And although it definitely looks like a few Hot Wheels have already been removed from this first box, things are now starting to get very exciting as this second box looks completely untouched. So here's a super fast showcase for 3 of the best looking cars from this top layer. I've now placed both boxes underneath the Hot Wheels table, and it's time to work fast and find out exactly what's hiding at the bottom of the box. It's also very important to understand that right now in my head, admittedly I'm actually looking for the Datsun Truck Super, but after spotting this bright red Honda Civic, I'm now starting to realise that this box is actually a random mix of Hot Wheels from both D and E case, and because I know to keep my expectations of finding a super treasure hunt inside of a toy shop to a realistic 1% chance, as I've also lost count now for how many times I've removed that brown piece of paper and never found a super. But for real, you can imagine how awesome it feels to get super excited about scoring the Williams F1 mainline and then move on to pulling out this. Wow, Hot Wheels really knocked it out of the park with this Aston Martin Golden Nugget Super Treasure Hunt. And for real, this car looks absolutely incredible in real life. Right now, I'm completely surprised, but also actually so shocked that after all of this time, I finally found a Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt out in the wild inside of a dedicated toy shop, which all of you guys have heard me bang on about countless times here on the channel as being next to impossible. Just take a look at all of the hundreds of Hot Wheels that I still haven't gone through and are in stock right now. Man, this Super is so good looking, and we still have one more chance to check through another fresh box, so now it's time to find out if we're going to score ourselves back-to-back Supers and rip out the middle layer from the other box. Okay, wow, that bright red Civic really does jump out at you straight away, and then after scanning through every car top to bottom, it's actually really cool that I can use this regular basic version for the Aston Martin DB4 GT and go back to this pile of Hot Wheels that I was building to show you guys at the end, although I don't know how this Futurismo fancy car ended up here, but check this out. It's amazing that we can now put these 2 awesome Hot Wheels together just like this and admire how epic the Super Treasure Hunt version is for the DB4 GT. And for real, when a casting is gifted the Spectra Flame yellow paint, those golden Hot Wheels look cool as and without question, this Super Treasure Hunt now propels itself firmly into a top 10 spot in my personal collection, as I couldn't feel any more grateful to be here in this moment at exactly the right place and at the right time. Before we leave, and for your viewing pleasure, here's a super quick look at all of the premium Hot Wheels in stock here today. So many ultra desirable Boulevards and Hammer Drops Hot Wheels premiums hung up and in stock, all of which are also on sale for £7.20 each, which again roughly equates to this in these 6 currencies, so that you guys can see exactly how expensive Hot Wheels cost here in the UK. And as promised, after quickly checking out another awesome Honda CRX and this super fun Super Nat hiding behind another one, I can now showcase the epic Peanuts Fiat 500D with its very good looking red metallic wheels, exposed engine here at the back, and I can now show you guys that super cool Zamac metal base. And lastly, to fully confirm that my luck was in fact turned all the way up to the maximum, here's the 4Runner Team Transport in stock and on sale for £15.20. And yes, to confirm, all 3 releases were present and here today. Nice! Before I confess my Hot Wheels sins and reveal exactly how much I spent on diecast model toy cars this time, there is always room for one more lightning fast round of Hot Wheels hunting, as it's very important to highlight the OG silver version for the Aston Martin DB4 GT. And after checking through this fully loaded display box of Hot Wheels mainline basic cars, I'm super grateful that I can now say that I found all 3 versions for this stunning casting out in the wild and as part of one epic hunting adventure. Okay, so in full transparency as always, the total cost for exactly 70 Hot Wheels products, including 6 premiums, 18 Silver Series cars, 41 mainline basic cars, 2 Team Transports, 1 pullback speeder, 1 43 scale premium Mercedes, and 1 Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt reduced my bank account by £239.23, which then divided by 70 averages out to £3.79 per item. All of you guys should 100% be setting as many Hot Wheels free from their packaging and displaying them in pride of place, which is why I've left a very interesting link as a pinned comment and within this video's description as well for some very good looking diorama displays that you should check out for yourself. Take it easy everyone, appreciate each and every one of you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, and stay lucky fellow diecast collector.